Do you dream of a thriving garden that produces a bountiful harvest, but feel like you don't have enough space to make it happen? If so, you're not alone. But there's a secret that many experienced gardeners know: square-foot gardening. Square-foot gardening is a unique and efficient method of gardening that involves dividing your growing area into small square sections, each of which is carefully planned and planted with specific crops. This method of gardening is perfect for those who live in apartments or have limited outdoor space, and it's a great way to enjoy fresh produce right at home. In this video, we'll be covering everything you need to know about square-foot gardening, including how to plan and prepare your garden, the best practices for planting your seeds, and how to take care of your plants as they grow. So let's get started. 1. What is square-foot gardening? Square-foot gardening was first introduced in the 1980s by horticulturist Mel Bartholomew. It is based on the concept of using a small raised bed of about 4 x 4 feet, which is divided into individual square sections of 1 square foot each. This method allows you to grow a variety of crops in a limited space, while making it easier to plan, plant, and manage your garden. The goal of square-foot gardening is to maximize your growing space while minimizing the amount of time and effort required to maintain it. By growing in individual square-foot sections, you can make the most of your garden space, reduce water usage, and decrease the amount of weeds and pests. 2. Planning your square-foot garden. Planning is an essential step in square-foot gardening. Before you start planting, it's important to consider the amount of sunlight your garden will receive, as well as the type of soil you have. In addition, you'll need to think about what types of crops you want to grow and how many square feet each crop will require. In general, it's best to plant crops that are well suited to your climate and growing conditions. Some popular crops for square-foot gardening include tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, cucumbers, and herbs. Once you have your list of crops, you can plan out your garden space by drawing a grid on paper and mapping out each square-foot section. 3. Preparing your soil. Soil preparation is a critical step in square-foot gardening. The first step in preparing your soil is to clear any weeds or debris from your garden space. Then, you'll need to add a layer of compost to the soil to increase its fertility. You can also add other organic matter, such as leaf mold or peat moss, to create a rich, well-draining soil mix. It's important to remember that in square-foot gardening, you'll be planting your crops close together, so it's crucial to have a healthy soil that can support the growth of multiple plants in a small area. 4. Planting your square-foot garden. Now that you have your garden space planned and your soil prepared, it's time to start planting your crops. When it comes to planting in square-foot gardening, it's important to follow the spacing guidelines for each crop. The number of plants you can grow in each square foot will depend on the type of plant, so make sure to research the recommended spacing for each crop before planting. One popular method for planting in square-foot gardening is to create a checkerboard pattern, where each square is alternated between different types of crops. This method helps to maximize the use of space, while also providing diversity in your garden. When planting your seeds or seedlings, it's important to make sure they're at the appropriate depth and that the soil is well moistened. In addition, make sure to label each square so you know which plants are growing in each section. 5. Caring for your square-foot garden. Proper care and maintenance are crucial for a successful square-foot garden. One of the most important things you can do for your square-foot garden is to keep the soil well watered. In general, it's best to water deeply once or twice a week, rather than a little bit every day. This will encourage deep root growth and help your plants to become more drought-resistant. Another key element of caring for your square-foot garden is fertilization. Since your plants will be growing in such a small space, it's important to provide them with the nutrients they need to thrive. You can use organic fertilizers, such as compost, tea, or fish emulsion, to provide your plants with the nutrients they need. Finally, it's important to keep an eye out for pests and diseases, as these can quickly damage your plants. Inspect your plants regularly for signs of damage or infestation, and take action if you notice any issues. That's it for our comprehensive guide to square-foot gardening. With a little bit of planning and preparation, you can create a thriving garden that will provide you with fresh produce all season long. We hope this video has given you the information you need to get started on your own square-foot garden. Do you have any square-foot gardening tips or tricks that have worked well for you? Share them with the community in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening.